jump on Kool-Aid right away.
Kool-Aid, okay,
Yeah.
not a problem. So Kool-Aid McKinstry out of Alabama, corner, is a junior. He sits 6'1", 195 currently. That could change closer to the draft. He might hit the weights more, jump to 205, maybe. I don't know. But as of now, he's very good at the run defense and the pass coverage. Zone coverage isn't bad either, man coverage. And his worst thing, and it's not even that bad, is his tackling. And his tackling is above average. So
I think he's a big hitter. So sometimes when you hit bigs, you forget the form.
Mm-hmm.
But he hits big. And he's not a small guy, and he's 4'5", 40. You know, he's not small. He has good nose for the ball. He knows his way around. I love him. I think he's by far the best, the most
He's
ready
gonna be
of
something
all
special.
these guys. Yeah.
He's gonna be something special. So there are some mock drafts already starting. I've seen he's projected to go 12th to Las Vegas. There was also one that said that he was possibly going to Denver. So there are
Which
a
one do
few
you
places.
see?
Huh?
I see. I would be surprised if Las Vegas doesn't trade up. I
To
know
get him?
to get a quarterback. Honestly,
I don't know, but this is just different mock drafts. So this was on Tankathon and as well as wasn't on Draft Buzz. I forgot where I saw it. But anyways, again, I don't care because we don't know yet. So, but here he is again, 6'1", 195. Probably gonna be the best DB that's coming out. It wouldn't surprise me if he turns heads.
oh yeah.
He's probably gonna turn heads like right away. I think he's gonna make an impact to the NFL right away. And he's going to be one of the few that can do it. So, what else would I?
Do you think that he has a problem with letting wide receivers go deep because he thinks he's such a great athlete, so he allows them to get a little bit
He's
on top
gonna
of
have
him?
trouble. I think he's gonna have trouble with the physical ones.
Mm.
There's gonna be some physical receivers out there that he's gonna have an issue with. I think the red zone's gonna be an issue. I think it's gonna be like closer, but other than that, like in between the pylons, no, absolutely not. It's when it comes to the closer, quick agility type. Like if he comes up, within the 5-yard line, and someone comes up to him and makes a quick move on him, I think it's going to be his problem. I think that'll be his problem. Other than
So
that, though,
he's not going to be a slot corner then. You think he's definitely outside?
well, so he's I don't know, because I think he can move to the slot, to the outside, without missing a beat. But the issue, and like I said, his worst thing is probably like his tackling. But you can see he can still tackle. That's his worst thing. And he's above average. I think teams are going to be really after this guy. He can do it all. He really can. He's a good size.
Look at his vision. He catches punts too.
Mm-hmm. He's a kick returner too. So he's going to be something special. And I think a lot of teams are going to go after him. I think the only weakness that is it.
I see some flags on him. Is he too physical?
Maybe that might be his downfall. But I think there's nothing wrong with it though, because you can kind of like
you learn
mentally fix that.
Well, in college, why wouldn't you be physical? It's a 15-yard penalty. I would rather have a 15-yard penalty to give up a touchdown.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, but no, I think overall, I think like I said, he's gonna have issues with the red zone, and maybe if he's like I said, if he deals with a physical receiver that is a deep ball threat, maybe those guys might be a problem.
Yeah,
but other than that, the majority of these guys he could probably contain.
I mean, AJ Brown's gonna be a problem for everybody, right? Debo Samuel's gonna be a problem for everybody.
That don't matter who you are. What up, Durfees? How are you?
No matter what.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Of course, we're looking at his highlights, so I don't think we're really negative stuff, but he can't get it done.
He's not. He doesn't have a lot of negative though. He's not. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Not at all. I think he's gonna be top 15, top 10, maybe.
Yeah, I see top 10.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think he's the number one DB coming off the board. I can see him. Yeah, going to the Broncos would be really cool. I could see a team trade up for him. Mm-hmm. What if like the Eagles decide we need this guy and they trade up for him?
It's over.
Yeah, I mean that's perfect.
It's over. Like I don't. The Eagles are so established. They've done the unthinkable. I mean, it's probably stupid on how easy they did it, but the other teams never caught on. And I think we mentioned this last year's draft that Georgia was the number one defense in the nation. No defense in the world. All of them. And they said, that's where they're breeding them. That's where we're going to go and get them. And they did that. And now look at how good their defense is. They are lined up for the next 4 to 5 years. And who knows if they can still afford them 5 years, but who cares?
If you keep doing it every year, grabbing the young guns every year, then you can go ahead and let most of them go because you got someone replacing them.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to watch the National Flag Football League after Casey.
What's that? Sounds. What? I mean, I can see it.
I mean,
we're talking about DB, so quickness is what it would be for a flag football. It's not being physical. Can you move your feet? Can you use all your hands? So that's it's interesting. I guess it kind of works with this.
Mm-hmm. But we'll see though. Overall, his numbers. I know these were kind of a little older, but overall, his full numbers. I think it wasn't by that far from what I have here on the screen. It was I think it was 19 solos his first year, or no, last year. Year before that was 29 solos, a sack, and an interception. And then the year before that was 9 solos with a sack and interception as well. So it wasn't too far from what we have here. But no, I'm excited for this dude. I really am. I think he's going to be
legit. Look at the grades. You see his grades? Like on ESPN, he's 87 out of 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
24/7 Sports has him a 99 out of 100.
Yeah. I think he's going to be legit. It wouldn't surprise me if teams are going to go after this guy. And he's going to start day one. So
I mean, look at and you want a guy like this. You know what? I think of Devin Witherspoon. And we said, this guy's amazing. And we're like, well, and all of a sudden he gets to the NFL and he's amazing. And he literally is a shutdown corner. Walks right in to be a shutdown guy who's physical.
Yeah. And I know last year we were talking about Brian Branch, how good he was. This guy might be better. And even Brian Branch didn't do so bad as a rookie year. He immediately made impact. Now, you should know you have him, don't you?
Yeah, he has games where Brian Branch has 20 points because he's not afraid to be physical. He's good at rushing the quarterback too. He's very shifty with him. He doesn't get beat deep.
Same school, right?
Yeah, same school. Can you imagine 2 years ago when you're looking at your receiver, you're looking at these guys like, what the hell?
Oh, no. You ain't scoring on these dudes. I think, though, if he lands with the Broncos or the Raiders, like, I don't think it'd be the Raiders, but if it ends up in one of those, it's definitely going to give Patrick Mahomes a little bit of hell. So these are the guys that put great quarterbacks at a position, I'm not saying in their places, but it makes it more difficult for them because great quarterbacks do great things and they're going to figure it out. But
what about the Chargers?
I can see that.
Especially with JC Jackson being terrible and, getting released and all that stuff. And you have a big hole there.
Mm-hmm. That's a possibility, but I don't know if they have.
They don't have hardly any wins.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be their first pick. I think they have
other problems.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot more other problems than
I think their biggest problems is their coach, and they got rid of that guy. So
they might like it. Look, if the Chargers don't go after Bowser.
Bowser.
No, it is Bowser.
Oh, it's
Right?
Bowers, but he's the Bowser. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he might not be there for them. Washington might.
Who's going to take him?
Washington might.
I think Washington needs to figure out their line first, man.
They definitely need left tackle, but
they need to figure out their line before they do all that. So look, the draft is months away,
and we're going to talk about this stuff, for weeks.
We'll talk about and after this, after we show McKinstry, we'll talk about later. But right now, McKinstry is arguably going to be the best DB coming in. Things may change from here on out. Someone might jump up the draft board because they did really good at their school combine or the actual combine. It doesn't matter. This guy's going to be top 3 of the DBs that are coming out. So,
only thing that could have hurt him is that the fact that he's running a 4.55 40. That's not the fastest ever.
No.
Like, there's defensive ends that run 4.4s.
Yeah. There might be an issue where that can hurt him, or he does something stupid from here on out.
Yeah.
And we've seen that happen to rookies, and then they just, either way, whoever gets this guy, they're going to be happy day one. He's going to go day one. I don't think he's going to be day 2 or day 3. No. So even if it comes down to it, he's still going to be a great special teams player.
Well, he's a football player, so I think that's the number one thing you need. You can't teach how to just know how to play football. So no matter what, he's going to get out there and he's going to be fine.
Right. So, but you can see it. I don't really have a good comparison to this guy. I think he's his own element, to be honest, because he could do it all. I mean, if you really want to tell me whom he might kind of look like, Jamal Agnew when he came in a little bit.
It's not terrible. That's not terrible.
But that's kind of what it reminds me. But if not, probably a little bit better at the defensive side, because Jamal Agnew said, "Screw defense, I want to play offense." So, which he had a great game last week.
What's his name? I was thinking Byron.
Who are we talking about?
It's a defensive back. He was with the Legion, the other side of Legion and Boom. He was on the other corner. First name was Byron. I can't think what his last name is right now.
I'm losing it, man. I lost it.
I have it right there. It's on the tip of my tongue, but a big physical corner, making a lot of plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for quickness aspect. It might not be the best, but everything else is there.
Right.
So that's what I see. And I think he's much better than everyone else. I think he's like 2 levels better than everyone else. So if I was picking, it'd be no doubt for me.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think he's going to be really good. He's a very versatile type dude that you could put him anywhere. I think you put him inside in the slot, or have him outside. He'll get it done. So he's definitely one of my favorite ones. I don't think we could have left talking about him without going into, future without. It's like we always mention the top guys. So, but anyways, moving on. That's Kool-Aid McKinstry. Also, as say what?
It was Byron Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's better man to man. He can't play zone. He's a bigger guy. Yeah, that's what I like. I like that.
So yeah, Jaquincy McKinstry, or as we are all gonna know him as,
Kool-Aid.
And that's thanks to his grandmother who gave him that nickname, and that's kind of how it went. To be honest, it was just the story is behind that.
No, that's why I want to know the story. Did he just break through a wall like Buster, like hey?
No, the story behind that is grandmother gave him that nickname which is nothing cool, really, to be honest. His smile just reminded his grandmother, called him Kool-Aid. And ever since then, it was such a cool swagger name that he's grew up with it, and here we are calling him Kool-Aid.
I got it.
Grandmother's nickname.